Comfortable upright sitting posture. The weight of your body rests on the sitting bones at the lower part of the buttocks. Whether you are sitting on a cushion or a chair, find a very comfortable posture. Not the kind of posture where you are moving every 5 minutes or you have to adjust every 5 minutes. And having said that, we are also neither tolerating discomfort. But my point is that if you're sitting cross-legged and you have to change leg, move every 5 minutes, then better to sit on a chair. You can still finish the whole path by sitting on a chair. And then when the weight of the body rests nicely against the pull of the gravity, relax the soft tissues into that pull. It's like surrendering to the Divine Mother which is the Earth. It is common to have a sacred earth, Mother Earth, and also Father-Son worship practices in tantric systems, both Hindu and Buddhist. So just relax into the pull of the Mother Earth through her gravity. It's very comfortable, feels very comfortable, pleasant. Just letting the tissues of the physical body soften. And also letting energies of the mind, energy of emotions, energy of thinking flow freely. Don't arrest it, don't hold it, don't grab it. Just let energies flow. Smoothly, smoothly. Free flow of energies. If you notice drowsiness, you start falling asleep, let go of that. Let that flow as well. Practice session is not the time to sleep. So we are not practicing sleep techniques, falling asleep techniques. Also, relax eyes and relax mouth. Totally relax eyes, muscles in and around eyes. Relax mouth, jaws, tongue. So also let energies flow in the eyes, face, mouth. So what we are doing with this relaxation, free-flowing, relaxing eyes, face, mouth, relaxing whole body instructions is that we are letting things to take their natural course. What the self-based mind and traumatized mind, selfish mind does is that it attaches to things, grasps at things. And that grasping affects the body, affects our energies. And that's how we get stuck. So it's like a countermeasure to instead let it flow freely. Very easy to see the benefit of doing this. Because it has immediate balancing effects, benefits. We get a little bit clearer, a little bit more grounded. A little bit we get to know ourselves through doing something simple like this. It's nice, useful. If you have kids, teach them this. And even better, teach it to your parents. So one thing that happens when we relax our eyes and mouth, and especially eyes, is that the so-called seeking mode is put on hold. Seeking mode. What does that mean? It means that in this cyclical existence, or samsara, where things repeat themselves, we are seeking for happiness through pleasures, through experiences that are outside of us. Right? Seeking mode. And in a sense, there's nothing wrong with that, absolutely nothing wrong with pleasures, but we won't find lasting peace, clarity, happiness from outside of ourselves. We can only find it inside, from our true nature, Buddha nature. So when we rest eyeballs, the seeking mode is put on hold, and when we relax mouth, jaws, tongue, the habitual internal chatter, inner talk, the inner blah 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 is put on hold as well. When the seeking mode is interrupted, there is something extremely precious that comes available for us, which is that this clarity that I was talking about, the clarity of presence, sobriety of presence. There is no doing or performance involved in that. It is effortless clarity, effortless presence. So, from a little bit more from a tantric perspective, energetical perspective, There are these, we have all these subtle bodies, like I explained, and these subtle bodies have channels and centers, energy centers. And one of those, there's a clarity center inside the head. Let's call it clarity center. Roughly about the size of your own fist, in the middle of your head, behind the eyes. When you relax eyes totally, head totally, mouth totally, we can find this simple presence. It's like our head sobers up. Let it reveal to you. Again and again, let it reveal to you. It's kind of like, it's a perfect analogy. Beacon. Beacon stand at the beach, at the shoreline, and the light of a beacon has this big mirror behind the lamp, and the mirror reflects the light of the lamp to whatever direction the beacon is aimed towards. And it's kind of like seeking mode. So the light of the beacon is like a seeking searchlight of the eyes. We direct it to things, objects, people, pleasures. But here we have relaxed eyes. It's like removing that mirror behind the beacon. Consequentially, the light shines to all directions, spontaneously, effortlessly. Let it. Just keep the seeking mode relaxed. Keep it relaxed. Let the light shine. We don't need to visualize or add anything. It happens by itself. And that light of the beacon, it's a metaphor. It's not literally like light of the sun or light of a flashlight. It's just that our head becomes, in a sense, illuminated by clarity, by sobriety, without mental clutter, without noise. Just let the light of the beacon shine. You don't need to add anything to it. You don't need to do anything to it. Just let it shine. It's effortless. Nothing needs to be done about it except removing that mirror behind it. Relaxing that seeking mode. Doesn't really matter whether the eyes are open or closed, but if you're a beginner, then better to keep the eyes closed for the first couple of years, to not have a visual input coming in. So this little technique of relaxing eyes, mouth, head, body, it's very useful in the beginning. But after a series of awakening experiences, bhumi openings, whether your body is relaxed or tense, whether you are physically passive or physically active, doesn't really matter anymore. But as long as we need the help of some exercises, we should make use of them. There is something called, in Mahayana, there is something called bodhicitta. Bodhicitta literally means heart-mind of awakening, heart-mind of enlightenment. And there is absolute aspect of bodhicitta and a relative aspect. A relative bodhicitta means that we pray. We pray on behalf of all sentient beings. So let's say a little prayer from the perspective of this clarity. And let's see what happens through this prayer. So when I say this prayer, you can just listen to it, or if you like, you can repeat after me. May all sentient beings have clarity. May all human beings have clarity. May all beings have clear heads. Small prayer, short prayer. Do you notice the difference? May all beings have clear, sober heads. May all beings have clear, sober minds. Here we are already getting a bit taste of what I explained earlier. Something changed with the clarity, with the prayer, with the bodhicitta. We already had some clarity by relaxing eyes. But can you see, can you notice, Can you perceive that clarity is much more after the prayer? So establishing clarity, it's very important. It's a big deal in Buddha Dharma. And the reason why there is all this discussion about emptiness and wisdom is because of the following. What emptiness means, there's a better word for it. Selflessness. Selflessness. So the self again means this notion of meanness, notion of I-ness, notion of mineness. That this or that thing is mine. It's mine. Me, I. I'm the boss here. That thought, that notion, the belief into such limited I-ness, me-ness, in this clarity is absent. You can check, is it there? Or is it absent? That's why it's called selfless, selflessness. In Buddhism, in Buddhist teaching, in wisdom teachings. So this limited, small, deluded notion or sense of self is gone. When the mind is really clear, that small self is gone. Yet we are still here. We are still here. Smelling, tasting, seeing, touching. Able to think, able to feel. Able to remember. Able to function. It's just that the head is clear, without this notion of I-ness, me-ness. The reason why it's called all this discussion about wisdom, prajna, is because when we are deluded by the self, deluded by the notion of self that we have created ourselves in our minds, and are affected by it in our thinking, feeling, activities, this is ignorant of our true nature. Then we are ignorant of who we truly are. But through this seeing this selflessness, this clarity, having a sober head, wisdom is born. Wisdom. So wisdom really, a simple definition is just seeing things clearly. Seeing things without any delusions at play. Living without any delusions at play. That's wisdom. So, clearing up the head and then the subtlest of the subtle bodies, the causal body, it's what the path of wisdom and clarity is about. It's what the awakenings are about. It's what the Bhumi openings and Bhumi perfections are about. Establishing our natural clarity, natural selfless clarity. Okay, let's move on to so that's the first of the three basic characteristics, clarity. Second one is aliveness. See if there is aliveness in this clarity. See if there's aliveness in your whole being, in your whole body, and in your heart. Is there aliveness there? The sense of feeling, being alive. When you go to the middle of a forest, you feel that the forest is alive. The ground, the grass, the bushes, the trees, the animals, aliveness. So in the warmth of the body, there is aliveness. Everywhere in the body there is aliveness. There is heart beating, blood circulating, so many other things circulating. So much aliveness. Recognize that. Recognize the feel of it. in that aliveness, is there a sense of like a life positivity in that aliveness? Positivity towards life. Is that there? In other words, is there goodness in the aliveness of your body, of your energy, of your mind? Is there basic goodness there? We don't need to think about this. Oh, you might think that I'm such a bad person because I did that, and that, those things. I'm really a bad person. We are not talking about that. We are recognizing our basic nature, true nature, Buddha nature. We are trying to recognize that there is aliveness of Buddha nature, which is the same as aliveness of your body, and that aliveness is inherently good. It is not bad or evil or mean or rude. Inherent goodness. Inherent goodness. Earlier I spoke about this by using other terms: kindness, love, compassion. It's this aliveness or basic goodness that takes all these different expressions: kindness, love, compassion. So you might as well check if this clear, selfless aliveness is full of kindness, is made of love, is made of compassion. Is it? Love. True love, true kindness that is not dependent on circumstances, unfavorable or favorable. It's not dependent on anything, because it is a quality, characteristics of who we truly are. Spontaneously, naturally kind, spontaneously, naturally loving, spontaneously, naturally at ease. At at ease. Does it connect with your heart now? We cleared up the head for a little bit. Do you now feel that it kind of descends down in your body into the heart, connects with the heart? Yes, no? You can nod or shake your head. Thank you. Here already we shifted from the causal body to astral body, from one subtle body to the other, from subtler of the subtle bodies to the grosser of the two subtle bodies. The seat of the causal body, the seat of Dharmakaya, is in the head. Head Khanda. The seat of astral body, the seat of Sambhogakaya, is at the heart. Affects the whole body, but the main seat is in the heart. So now we have already two very important things for us as human beings. Two fundamental things of Dharma teaching. Clear head and soft, loving, compassionate heart. But again, let's do that little bodhicitta prayer exercise to see if there's more to this aliveness, kindness, love than what we are presently recognizing. So, may all beings be loved. May all beings be loved. May all beings be happy. May all beings be joyous. May all beings express the joy that they feel through singing and dancing. May all beings be happy. Truly, may all beings be happy. See, again, shift. There's more to the meaning of kindness, love, compassion, more depth to it, more depth to ourselves. That's what it means. More depth to the love, kindness, compassion in us. May all beings be happy. May all beings be showered with pure love. May all beings be held and healed by pure love. Held and healed. And finding joy and ease through being held and healed. Love in the body, love in the bones, even in bone marrow, full of love, full of joy. So now we have briefly looked into the second characteristic of aliveness, kindness, love, related to the heart, related to the astral body. And then we have the third body, the physical body, in Buddhism discussed as Nirmanakaya, or alternatively Mahasukhakaya. So the physical body, and the characteristics there is peacefulness, groundedness. Peacefulness, groundedness. So see if there is deep peacefulness in you. In that clarity, in that aliveness, if there is deep peace there too, unshakable peace. Without fear, peace without fear. Is there such a peace in your body, in your being? Fearless peace. Physical peace. Not only mental peace, not only energetic peace, but physical peace. Grounded peace. Firm peace. Another way of describing this would be to not only to have peace in the body or presence in the body, but the body as presence, a body as peace, body as awareness, not awareness separate from the body. So now we again have a little bit of taste on our tongues of this peacefulness, groundedness, embodiedness. Let's again say a prayer. Bodhicitta. Apply bodhicitta a little bit. So may all beings enjoy peace. May all beings enjoy deep, profound peace. May all beings be grounded in their bodies, grounded in their physicality. May all beings be grounded in their physicality, in their physical bodies. Every one of us and everyone else. May all beings enjoy physical peace. May all beings truly be present in their physical bodies, with their mind, body, and energy all three joined together. May all beings be naturally, beautifully, firmly embodied. Again, do you see the difference? So here we have come to a point in our session where we have briefly gone through the three basic characteristics of our true nature, directly related to the Trikaya, three kayas, three bodies doctrine of Mahayana Buddhism, and the three pure centers, three khandhas that are in our bodies, which are, as I explained, related to the causal subtle body, astral subtle body, and then this physical body. With a little bit of help from bodhicitta prayers, just applying that wishing clarity, sobriety to all beings, wishing kindness, love, happiness to all beings, wishing peacefulness, embodiedness, groundedness to all beings. Right? Very simple. And I would like to include one more prayer. So here, in Buddha Dharma, like in all Mahasiddhas embody these standards actually, but what has been done in Buddhist teaching is these clear standards for internal experiences, clear standards of awakening and enlightenment process. So when we clarify the full scope of the causal body, then we establish our mind in this effortless clarity, this wisdom mind. That's one of the five poisons, one of the pancha klesha called ignorance, avidya klesha. And then, as we establish the full scope of the astral body, where the main seat is at the heart, we uproot the remaining four of the five poisons. Negativity in all forms, selfishness in all forms, avoiding, aversion, attachment to other things, avoiding other things. Negativity, selfishness. The remaining four of the five poisons get removed. And this natural ease with positive qualities, kindness, love, spontaneous kindness, love, becomes revealed. Okay? So this is head and heart fully established. This is already according to the standards of Mahayana Buddha Dharma. This is Buddhahood. Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. A phrase my students have heard me say many times over the years. Anuttara, it's like supreme. Samyak, like transcendent. Sambodhi, awakening, enlightenment. That's where the name of this satsang comes from. Supreme awakening satsangs, isn't it? Is that the name of these satsangs? But there we have this so-called twofold enlightenment of the head and heart, mind and subtle body. But there is a third fold, that of the body. And this is it's like a natural add-on, kind of part of the natural continuum to release the physical body with its cells, muscles, bones into this basic nature. And this threefold enlightenment, we are using the technical term light body or rainbow body. Tibetans speak of rainbow body. or sometimes light body. Hindu yogis, Mahasiddhas speak of light body often, sometimes golden body. But let's look at this a little bit. We still have a bit time. So let's again say a specific prayer, specific type of bodhicitta prayer. May all beings attain the body of light. May all beings in all directions, physical beings, non-physical beings, may they attain the body of light. May all beings 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 enjoy the supreme ease of the light body. Supreme ease of the light body. May all beings enjoy. May all beings attain the body of light. Threefold enlightenment of the causal, astral and physical body. Of the mind, subtle body and physical body. May all beings attain it. Without exception. Without exception. All beings. May each one of us attain the body of light for the benefit of all beings, for the attainment of all beings. Let's finish by chanting the short prayers. So may all beings be free 3 times, and then dedication of merit. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. May all beings be free. May all beings receive my accumulated merit. I dedicate the merit to the refuge and to all sentient beings. May the Buddha in us, Christ in us, God in us, be present in our lives this year. May the blessings carry us, may the blessings hold us, hold our loved ones, our families. May the blessings hold our homes. May the blessings hold our health. May our lives be thoroughly blessed in all respects. May our Sangha be blessed in 2026, and may we be successful in what we do, both in practice as well as a mission. May we be successful in bringing teachings and help to many people, to many beings who are seeking for that help. So may we be successful in all regards in our Dharma, for the benefit, for the clarity, happiness, and ease of all beings. There, let's join hands. Stretch a little bit. We didn't have time to lie down in this session, so sorry for that. Okay. We have a couple of minutes. If you have questions or would like to share something, please do. the content of these satsangs varies a lot. I wanted to lead this session the way I did. There are a couple of beginners joining us, so I wanted to give like a thorough introduction, but also wanted to reintroduce everybody to the three kayas and the pure nature of these, how do you say, the three characteristics of our nature. So this is something that I do every now and then on retreats, often on the first evening of retreats, and also during these satsangs. But like I said, that the content of the satsangs varies. Sometimes we do very technical practice, and sometimes we do something a bit simpler like this. So yeah. Any questions? Anything?
Yeah, I have to say one thing.
Just a moment, Pat. Just a moment. My speaker is... Can you say something again?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Still nothing. Sorry, I have to...
Maybe this is better if I take off the
Our
headphones.
technical team is on it. Now it should be okay. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, so I have to share that it was interesting. I came with 2 specific questions, and you answered both of them beautifully. Specifically, the last one I had was about basically the 3 dantians and the 3 kayas, if they were connected.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
So, because it never made sense to me that how in Tibetan Buddhism they connect them to the head and the throat and the heart. To me, it always felt like it was the 3 dantians, just
Right.
like you showed now.
Yeah, but this happens over time. Like, you know, we use lots of energy centers in our practice. You know, we use 18 centers around the body. The basic 18 can be found from the introduction on our website. And then we have 7 additional centers in the limbs. And then we have that vertical pillar that has 7 above and 7 below. So it's like a mirror above and below. It's a mirror of each other. Same 7 above and below.
Yeah.
So, but we can see like, it's like I often speak about this full scope of the subtle body, and that we need to purify and activate the full scope of the subtle bodies in order to have full enlightenment. This is basic logic, isn't it? That for somebody, who is a Mahasiddha, logically thinking, has to have the full scope of the subtle bodies purified and up and running. It's basic logic, isn't it? But another way how lineages, traditions, systems, how they get diluted, I guess you could say corrupted, is over time is by losing bits and pieces of information. So you end up with not knowing anything about the vertical pillar that again all people have. All people have the Bhumi systems. All people have the, the 3 khandas, the 3 dantians in head, heart and gut. And then those 3, head, heart and gut, relating to 11th, 12th and 13 Bhumis, are at the extreme ends of the vertical pillar. So things get diminished, diluted, corrupted, and then you might end up with 7 chakras in the spine, from tip of the tailbone to the crown. You might end up with 5 centers that some Tibetan systems use. Some Tibetan systems only use 3 centers. But it is logical thinking that if we want to attain full enlightenment, become so-called Mahasiddhas, then we need to activate the full scope of it. And the most efficient way of activating the full scope of the subtle bodies is to directly engage with it. So I often speak about this around the bend effect, that if we, for example, only worked with one center in the head and one center in the heart. We chanted mantras up in the head and we chanted mantras down at the heart. And it's kind of like I used to be a musician. That's my professional training background. So it's kind of like if you think of a piano and then you press the right pedal, the right foot pedal down, so that when you play a note, bing, it keeps playing when the sustain pedal is pressed down. So if you do practice through the head only or through the heart only, it's kind of like the grand piano has 88 keys. These 88 keys presenting the full scope of the subtle body here. If we want to, if we directly engage with the full scope of it, it would make sense that we started playing all the keys as much, like this. It would create lots of resonance. We would be directly producing the sound through all the keys all the strings that are inside the piano. But if we only do practice through the heart, head, or through any other like a diminished energy system, it would kind of mean that you play few notes in the middle with the sustain pedal on, and if you keep doing that, it will slowly start making all the other keys, strings inside the piano also produce sound. It does work, but it's the reason why I call it around the bend or around the corner is because you are not directly engaging with all the keys. This is why if we have those like fewer center systems, it takes much longer to come to the fruition. That's how.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Basic logic.
And following that logic, then would it also make, to me, it would make sense to, within Rainbow Body Yoga, for example, to also take quite some time to spend on each of the bhumis.
Yeah, can be done. Can be done. Yeah. Yeah.
I really liked the pointer of the mirror shattering and then kind of revealing just light that goes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a very even now I'm still finding myself kind of like looking for what's left, trying to stay in control, and it's really nice to kind of relieve that control, but then also noticing that it's got all of the good qualities, basic aliveness and all, especially now since I'm a little jet lagged still. So
You were just here a couple of days ago.
thank you.
Ladies and gents, we are a little over time, so I think it's time to wrap up things. Rani and I are heading to Thailand next Thursday for 10 days for a work trip. Maybe I'll say something about this in the Facebook Sangha a little bit, but there's like a pretty important work trip that is now taking place after many years of preparation with Lama John. So that's where we are going. next week, hopefully meeting Matteo. Is Matteo still here? Matteo lives in Vietnam, and I hope that he comes over to meet us, and also Olga is coming. I haven't seen Olga from the Sangha in 6 years almost, so we are finally seeing. Otherwise, the next retreat, the first retreat of this year, will take place at the end of the month, weekend retreat, and then the next satsang, can't remember now, but it's probably after that weekend retreat, so in a few weeks' time. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a nice evening, and see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
My pleasure. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.